Hello everyone, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and a long weekend if you also got that. We did, and we put up our Christmas decorations yesterday, so we're putting them up a little bit later this year because Thanksgiving was so late, but we're enjoying them now. I wanted to make a very short video and thank you guys so much for purchasing all of the sewing themed journals that I put for sale a week and a half ago or so. And also thank you for letting me experiment a little bit with a different way to sell. Having, the ability to reserve one ahead of time, which I think I'm going to do again this time, and maybe the next few journals that I sell by emailing me, but also the choice of having the transaction go through PayPal with an invoice rather than Etsy. I did it sort of just as an experiment to see if people would even be okay with that, and you guys were, but I also did it as an experiment to see if I would save any money because of the Etsy fees that have continued to climb up. And my husband and I, I didn't. He made a spreadsheet and did the math, and it ended up just honestly not being worth it. I mean, it did save me some time because I didn't have to list the journals on Etsy, because it does take time to take photographs and make the listing and write the copy and all of that. But as far as my profit margin, there was hardly any difference. And then I don't have the advantage of Etsy, number one, holding on to a record of my sales and having photographs archived, but also I didn't have Etsy to advertise the journals for me. So I think going forward, unless you absolutely would like to pay via PayPal and not go through Etsy, it's totally fine if you still want to do that. But for the most part, even for reserve journals, I think I am going to put them on Etsy. I'll probably just put them as a single picture and then reserved under a person's name instead of doing a full listing, if that's okay with everybody. That just saves me time, especially when I have 5 or 7 to list. Today, I wanted to show you what I worked on off and on this week. I didn't work on it on Thanksgiving or the night before because our dining room had to be transformed into enough space to hold 24 family members. But once that was cleared back and my desk was pushed back forward, my desk held all of the desserts that day, which is kind of fun. I was able to re-pull out all of the Christmas journal supplies and keep working. So I will have 3 Christmas journals, and I kind of wish now that I had made 4 or 5, because I didn't realize how many Christmas items I had to go in them, but that's okay. I can just put them away and save them for next year. And every year when I pull out my Christmas journal supplies, it's like Christmas again because I forget what I have. So I'll make some more next year for sure. But I'm going to be making 3, or I have started making 3. One of them is a little golden book. One of them is a junior elf book. And one of them is a fabric covered book. You guys might remember this fabric that I hauled from our local craft reuse store. Oh my goodness, I was so excited when I found it. It is a satin that has a print and then like glitter paint sort of design on the front, on the top part, and it is gold, red, and green, like the traditional Christmas colors in my mind. I went ahead and made a sewn-in tie for this one. And then the cover is going to have, let me see if I can find it. Yes, I'm going to have a chickadee on the cover. I'm going to, of course, mount it on some chipboard and then add some decorative trim. I found this trim at Home Goods. Y'all, y'all are not going to believe this. I have a Home Goods in one town over. It's been open since 2018. Do you know when the first time was that I put my foot in that store ever? Week before last. I don't know how. It was sort of a personal, a personal bet. Like, I wonder how long you can stay out of this new store that just opened. And it opened in 2018. Y'all, I really don't know how it happened, but it's a good thing that I don't go in there very often because I bought things that I did not need. But I did buy that trim. So here's the chickadee, and I just thought she was a lovely little addition to the cover. This one is going to be more traditional, non-childhood, a little more reverent, if you will, traditional Christmas theme, and then a little more old world style, I guess. And these two will have a little bit of an element of vintage nostalgia from childhood. They are all still going to be majority classic red, green, gold, and silver. So I decided not to do any pink or blues this year. I kind of wish now I had, but that's okay. I'm not going to flip through right now. That's not what this is going to be. I just wanted to show you a little sampling of what I'm working on. So this one is a fabric cover, and instead of doing fabric interior, this time I did cardstock, and then I used Grosgrain ribbon for the spine. This will have a single signature, and I don't have the cover page for it yet. It will be cardstock on the cover for stability, but it is going to be a hefty. I want to say there's 22 or 23 pages, maybe, and it's a curved spine, so it will allow you to grow a little bit more as you put more ephemera and stuff in here. The center will have one of the cardstock pockets. And then here are just a few things that I have decided to put in here. Some ephemera I already had ready. So this is the first one, the fabric one, and these are not named yet. They will be though. This one is the Little Golden Book. It is not a vintage one. Well, I say not. It's probably 2014, so 10 years old. But I decided to try to make it look old. So I know some people scuff the covers. I didn't want to do that, but I did add some gold gilding along the edges. The type of gold gilding that I used is water-based, so it will eventually, if you're not, if you're super rough with it, it will probably scrape off over time, but I did not want to use my high test gold gilding that requires paint thinner because it's been cold here and I had no way to ventilate my space. So this works really well. I have it on my personal planner as well. I love to use this on cards and tags as well. And I did my kitty cat's in there talking to himself. I did a candy cane stripe fabric and a vintage wide rickrack. And then on the back, because it had one of the newer style back covers, it had a lot of pink, blue, and purple, which didn't go with my theme. So I ended up covering it with cardstock and Mod Podged it. And it is going to be 2 signatures. And each one of these, I want to say has, I've already forgotten. I just counted these before the video. I want to say there's 17, 16, something like that. And there's a lot of good stuff in here. This one will have all of the original story pages. I had to make new hinges for them. The Christmas Carol book does not, however, because as you might know, junior elf books glue their pages together, so it's really hard to keep all of the original pages in order. So I did put 1 or 2 of the pages in there. So that's the Little Golden Book, and then the third one is Christmas Carols. So I guess for, if you want to reserve one, for namesake, we'll call this one Night Before Christmas, this one Christmas Carols, and we'll call this one Gold Poinsettia because it's very gold and poinsettia covered. This one also has 2 signatures, and I want to say these have, I do know for a fact these have 12 in each. And so a lot of the things in here were just sent to me by my friend Lou at Designs by Lou. I'll link her channel below. Please go check it out. We did a Christmas swap, and she sent me lots of wonderful things to use. I've used some of the items as pages, and the other items are waiting to be used as ephemera or decoration. This one has vintage green calico, one of my favorite prints ever by Cranston, and I left the back as is. I might put something over this, I'm not sure. I also decided not to do this as wide as I normally do, so I have no room for rickrack. I did not want to cover up the sea in Christmas, It's just the way the book was laid out. I kind of wish the wording was not so far to the left. But I left the original end pages or inside covers of both this and The Night Before Christmas. So that's what I've been working on since, I guess, Saturday night, or no, Friday night. Friday night was when I pulled it all back out. And each one of them will come with a little tiny stocking filled with extra goodies like stickers and things that you can add to your journals. And also each one will come with, I am just pulling out all of my recently acquired vintage ephemera like these. So each one will get one of these. I'm going to leave them in the package so you can keep it as is or open it and put it somewhere. Your choice. I have some shaker cards to make. I made Franken paper for the first time with Christmas paper. I've never done that. I don't know how, but I had never done that till now. So these turned out really fun. And yeah, that's what I've been working on. I'm excited. It's not going to be obviously ready in time for you to do a December daily, for those of you who want that. So this may not be the journals for you, but if you want journals that are just Christmas themed to decorate with, or write down your memories of this Christmas or Christmases in the past, or maybe as a gift for someone, they will be ready hopefully in the next week. So stay tuned. I will keep you updated either in a video or in my community post, and I will announce the flip through and when they will be listed. You guys have an awesome afternoon, and I'll see you next time. Bye.